mother's tears fell on the sand, a mortal life for glory's flame she offered in my hand. A quiet throne, a peaceful age, a name that fades away, or one short blaze of endless fame, for which the poets pray. I chose the fire, I chose the storm, I chose the song of war. The glorious road is paved with fools who wear a borrowed crown. Agamemnon stole my honor, stripped away renown. In my tent I let them burn, let brothers fall and bleed, to teach a lesson to a king who only knows of greed. My pride was steel, my wrath was law, my heart was cold and raw. On wings of rage I'll ride the sky, for honor lost for those who die. My name is storm, my spear is fate. Achilles stands before the gate. Feel the thunder, hear my cry. On wings of rage I'll ride the sky. Then came the news that broke the sky, that tore the world in two. His armor stained, his eyes are closed. Patroclus, it was you. Now wrath becomes a different beast, a grief that hunts and kills. No pride, no king, no truce, no peace, just blood upon these hills. Actor, face me, feel my pain, there's nothing left to gain. The walls of Troy have seen me fall, not by a spear, but by the call. I dragged his body through the dust. In midnight's hush I learned to trust. A father's tears, a broken man who kissed the hands that slew his son. I saw myself in his despair. The battle's over,